Every 2 years, the Queensland Music Festival brings music from the classic to the contemporary, from the sublime to the outrageous to Queensland. The festival is known for involving rural and regional communities in making music that reflects their particular district. You might remember the Barcaldine Marimba Big Band or Winton's musical fence from past Landline stories. This time we go to the opera at Jimbour, a concert of opera's greatest hits, staged in the grounds of historic Jimbour House, near Dalby, 3 hours northwest of Brisbane.
They're from all over Australia. People are travelling from Western Australia, a lot from New South Wales. So I think after last time, when it was such a big success, people heard about it, and there were people here from South Australia last time too, that everyone said, well, it was fantastic, let's come again.
It's the second time this grand old homestead on the Darling Downs has been the backdrop for the Queensland Music Festival's opera concert.
Well, it reminded me of Glyndebourne in England, where they have an opera festival every summer. And Jimbour is such a wonderful house. It's one of the great historical houses of Australia. And I didn't know about it, I'd never seen it. So when I came here, I thought, this is a perfect setting to do a big opera concert. And so we did it last time, and 4,500 people came, and today, well, you can see the crowd is enormous, and the amphitheatre has been built, so we're expecting a fantastic time here today.
Jimbour House has been in the Russell family since 1923, and its current owner, David Russell, is a willing host.
Places like this were built really as community centres. They come alive when there are people there. It's just a cleaning problem and a maintenance problem, and a rather lonely place if there aren't people here.
It's a very popular event, and I think too because of the way I programmed it, that would really appeal to people. And even if people don't know that these songs come from a particular opera, they'll recognise them from television commercials and from things they've heard. So really, it's the biggest hits of opera.
The Brisbane Philharmonic Orchestra accompanied some of Australia's leading singers, including mezzo-soprano Deborah Humble. This is the second time at Jimbour for you. What do you enjoy about performing here?
I just think it's a wonderful atmosphere that everyone in the community can come and get together and bring a picnic and enjoy our art form very accessibly with family and friends. It's a wonderful environment.
The Queensland Music Festival aims to narrow the gap between city and country by bringing music to rural and regional communities all over the state.
Well, I've always said that people throughout regional Australia pay the same taxes as everyone else. Unfortunately, the Queensland state government believes that people should have access to the activities that take place in capital cities, and so they've supported the Queensland Music Festival and in fact increased the funding this time so that we're able to go to more places and stage events people want to go to, like this event here. We've got 23 centres all over Queensland this time, and we play to more than 2 million kilometres and to over 200,000 people. And I think that's a wonderful thing.
Where do you come from?
Aspley in Brisbane.
And what brings you here?
We just wanted to come out to the bush and to have a little bit of culture in the sun.
And are you opera fans?
Yes, by all means, that's why we're here.
Would you travel to Brisbane to go to the opera?
Possibly not. I think Brisbane people don't often come over the Great Divide, and I think vice versa. I think it's nice to have something in the local area.
We're both from Brisbane. Yes. Yeah. Having travelled out for the day. And you're all dressed up? Of course. Any excuse to get dressed up.
Opera at Jimbour House, of course you would.
Had to be done.
Yeah, we were just saying earlier, how many places in the world does this actually happen? You know, with this number of people here, professional presenters, and free. What more could you ask?
Little Liza, I love you. Little Liza, I love you. Love you in the spring and in the fall. Honey, honey, honey. Little Liza, I love you. Little Liza, I love you. Love you best of honey, 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 honey.
The mayors of the local Dalby Town and Wombo Shire councils can see the economic spin-offs that events like these bring for the area.
And it brings people from the southeast corner out onto the Darling Downs to show how we live out here. And as well as being like a great day for the opera, we hope that they'll come back on other days and spend some money and enjoy the Darling Downs. Yeah.
And you hope it's an ongoing event?
Well, we'd like to think that it will be an ongoing event. This is the second one, so we're hoping that it will continue on from here. And as Warwick says, I think all the accommodation in Dalby and Jimbour and the Bunya Mountains and all around, it's all booked out, so that's just great for the whole region.
I guess it's the one day you don't want rain.
It is. We had a lot of those previously, but we have had rain, so yeah, we don't want rain.
While cultural events might seem an unlikely adjunct to the cattle and cropping activities of Jimbour Station, they fit very nicely with the property's recent venture into wine production. Guests at a luncheon held before the concert sampled the latest from Jimbour Wines, a 2003 Shiraz. For the Russell family, hosting the opera and events like it is a way to build the profile of their wine and encourage tourists to visit their cellar door.
I think you've always got to make sure that your business is relevant, that it's keeping up to what your commercial capacities are. I think it's also important that we recognise there's no such thing as a divine right of stagnation. If we were still growing sheep here, a place like this would fall down again because the income just couldn't support it. So we have to find activities that value add, that use the establishment here really as it's a point of sale and a symbol of the brand.
Russells, the two local councils and the federal government have all chipped in to build this permanent amphitheatre at Jimbour Station in the hope of attracting more events like the opera to the area. Already a rock concert is booked for October.
Well, I hope that over time the Queensland Music Festival actually won't need to exist, that all of these places will take on these events and ideally they'd run them themselves. And so tourists would come from all over Australia to experience those events and be part of it, which will assist the local economy, and also it brings communities closer together, so I hope that's the legacy we can leave.